Okay, now we're doing atomic structure essay question 6. So for question 6 here, take note, we are looking in this 5 diagrams over here, we are looking at the nucleus of 5 different atoms. If you look at 6a, they ask which atom is stable. In order to be stable, what you will tend to have is the noble gas electronic configuration. In this case, it must have the same number of electrons as the noble gas. The noble gas are the elements found in group 0. So in this case here, once we know the number of electrons for your noble gas, we can also find out how many protons your noble gas have. So do take note, which atom is stable. So we can check the atoms with the number of protons since they are the same as the noble gas. So for atom A, it has 1 proton. This is 2 protons. This is 3 protons. This is 6 proton. This is 6 proton. So if you look at your periodic table, you realize that atom B has the same number of protons as helium. So therefore, atom B is the most stable one, or I should say, sorry, it's the stable one. So atom B is the answer for 6A. Now let's look at 6B. They ask which atom can be placed in group 4. So how do we know whether it's in group 4? We can take a look at the electronic structure. Okay, group 4 means that it must have 4 valence electrons. So let's look at atom A. Atom A having 1 proton, so the electronic configuration is 1. B has 2 proton, electronic configuration 2. 3 protons for C, then we know that it's 2, 1. D has 6 proton, so configuration 2, 4. E has 6 proton, so we know that electron configuration 2, 4. So therefore, D and E both have 4 valence electrons, so both of them can be placed in group 4. And last one, which atom forms a positive ion? Now, how do we know which atom forms a positive ion? Okay, very simple. They have actually told us to look at I've actually done up the electronic configuration here. So which of them are actually going to form a positive ion? What we need to look at is a metal. Okay, one look at a metal. So the elements from group 1 are definitely metals. Okay, so in this case here, we know that C, having electronic configuration of 2, 1, is going to be a metal. There's actually another way of doing it. By looking at the proton number, we can actually find out which elements they are. Proton number will tell you which elements they are. So realize for A is actually a hydrogen, for B is a helium, for C it is actually a lithium, for D and E we know that it's actually a carbon. So if you just compare these elements with those, compare these elements, or you can look at the elements where they are in the periodic table, you'll realize that lithium, I should say atom C, is the only one that is a metal. And knowing that it's a metal, it will form a positive ion. Therefore, for 6C, atom C will be the one that will form a positive ion.